Not in front of the fucking camera. What he just...
I feel like I'm down. Bitch, what up?
I did oxy, I don't need alcohol.
We on roll.
Like
Yeah, I mean, I know you are. You ready to dicky?
I'm excited for this episode.
I'ma be
Ready to dicky?
No, that's you. I'm just ready to spit facts.
Yeah, we on the road, man. We in Spartanburg. What up? Mixing tomorrow, Main Street Pub. Tap in with us 2:30 to 5 p.m. We outside. You don't already tap in with us on IG. At For Panthers Fans Only. Special episode coming Sunday. We got a special guest that we're gonna be hosting tonight. Y'all see that Sunday. A lot of great shit going on, man. We outside. What up?
I get high, and have no issue.
Hey, can you answer my fucking question now?
No,
hey,
bro,
no, fuck that shit. Hey, welcome to FPFO. This is how we start. We getting right to the shit.
It's a lot of context behind that question.
It's not a lot of context at all.
Yes, it is.
Hey,
bro.
welcome to For Panthers Fans Only. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Yes, everything looks a lot different. We're on the road. We're in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Great feeling to be back. I was just telling somebody I think this is either year 8 or 9 for me. We had a couple of people in the building. It's their first time. A couple of people, second, third, fourth time, whatever may have you. We outside, long story short. Terrence, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good did Bryce Young look today?
7.
7s don't exist.
The fuck?
7s don't exist.
To who?
Sevens don't exist.
What,
did
8?
the motherfucker?
Don't say shit. 8.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Hey, I want to tell y'all. I want to tell y'all.
Fucking 8, nigga.
I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all. Bryce Young, and I'm coming in hot. Let me relax.
Please.
Bryce Young, I believe he might have completed 50% of his passes today. Maybe. Because I got a motherfucker behind the camera making all these faces and shit, doing all of this extra shit. Matter of fact, let's just get into it, bro.
Yeah,
let's just get into it.
You're
let's
doing
just
a lot
start from
of
day
fucking...
one. I'm sorry, bro. From the very beginning. Let's start from the very beginning. First and foremost, I don't know what the offense got going on, but the shit looks mediocre. Now, so you go ahead and tell me how you felt about it. Because I'm shooting straight from the hip today.
Okay. Yeah, cool. So I felt Bryce Young had a decent day. Obviously, it wasn't a perfect day. Obviously,
you just gave him an 8.
Look, nigga, can I finish? It hasn't been the best day that he's had, but I think he had a pretty solid day. What I took from it was it's a lot of shit that needs to happen with the offense in general. That's further beyond Bryce Young.
I agree with that.
That's my initial take out of the day. So, where do you want to go from here?
Nowhere. I mean, that's a great point. There definitely is. Don't get me wrong, because as y'all can tell, I'm sure I'm riled up. Because that's all I've been hearing since we left training camp is that the nigga look good. And me personally, I'm confused. And you keep saying that we didn't watch the same practice, and I would tell you the same shit we did. Yeah. If he had an 8-day today, if that was an 8-day today, then I mean, fuck, we're fucked.
You told me sevens don't. You told me sevens don't exist, so
they don't.
I'm not gonna go below. I said he had an 8, and
the
reason I said he had an 8 is because it wasn't based off of he was missing passes. He missed a couple passes here and there, yes. But most of it came from because he didn't have no fucking time. Like, in a real game, I was calling it out. I was sitting right beside Tavian. I don't know where the fuck this nigga was. He was beside me, but he wasn't fucking tuned in, apparently. So I was telling them, like, that's a sack. But it was more so because the offense was just breaking the fuck down. Like, we seen a lot of check downs out there today. We might have seen, I say probably like 4 passes past, like, first down, honestly. I could be wrong. 4 here and there past the first down. What do you think?
Yeah, that's probably about right.
Yeah, and a lot of them were check downs. Obviously, that's not what you want to see. But if I had to base it on what I've seen in the past, I mean, it's better than throwing a pick. He didn't throw a pick today. It's better
He also didn't throw the ball away either. So all of that shit that I came and reported on last week where they were saying he was making decisions and you commended him for – throwing the football away and making decisions when shit got all of that shit. And listen, I want to preface everything we're saying by it's only one practice. Today was our first day in Spartanburg. We went out there. Okay, cool. but I know I seen a 7-on-7. I know I seen a damn pass pro, and I know I seen a couple 11-on-11s. So that's all I'm gonna go based off of.
And when you say he didn't throw the ball away, where did he? What like?
Terrence.
Nigga,
if it's a game time situation, which we saw, because there was some red zone that they worked on as well.
Yes.
Did he throw the football away?
I love to break that down.
Just yes or no, please, bro. Like yes or no, please. Did he throw the football away at all today? Yes or no?
You said in the red zone.
Anytime did he throw the football away? Yes or no?
He didn't put it in harm's way.
Did he throw the football away?
He didn't put it in harm's way.
Okay, cool. So that's gonna give y'all answer. The answer is simply fucking no. Okay, perfect. So we gassed him for doing that shit last week. But that just
sounds dumb as fuck. He didn't throw the ball away, but he didn't throw any turnovers or put it in harm's way. So what does it mean by he didn't throw the ball away?
Now, let me ask you a question. Okay, that's perfect. He didn't. Now, am I going to say that this is exactly, or this is 100% on Bryce Young? Absolutely not, right? Mm-hmm. But let me ask you a question. How many times did the boy get sacked today?
He got sacked a lot of times. I said that. Okay. That's the first fucking thing I said.
Okay, cool. All right.
I said he got sacked a lot, and
at some point you got to throw the bitch away, right, to avoid a sack. Because if we're looking at situational football, and it's second and 15 or second and 10 or whatever, we'll go second and 10 for the sake of the conversation. You want your quarterback taking a sack, making it 3rd and 20?
No, yes.
3rd and 17, 3rd and 18?
I agree with that, but I think it looks a lot different in a game time situation because the times he did take a sack, the thing I didn't agree with Frank Wright and the whole coaching staff was them just moving it up.
Zone.
Yeah, I was like, I'd rather, if he's taking sacks, don't fucking move the ball closer. Let them start to where the fuck he took a sack at. Because it's hard for you to judge. I felt like, and you felt like, and Tavian probably felt like he was taking sacks. But I was like, don't move. Like, he would run with it, but I'm like, you're not getting out of that realistically. So I would call it a sack, but don't move the ball closer. And I would say, this is probably going to stem to another thing, but I would say a lot of it was, like, the receivers just wasn't fucking winning routes today. Like, you even said earlier, after the practice we seen today, that stat that came out, they really might be the second worst receiving core in the fucking league, based off of what I seen. He had a few, it was a throw to Tommy Tremble that was a fucked up pass. I don't know where, he more so threw it out of bounds than giving Tommy Tremble a chance. And I was telling Tavian earlier, I about believe if he would have put that shit on Tommy Tremble hat, he might have not even caught the bitch. So
very possible.
And so, but he should have gave him a chance. Yes. It was a couple other passes where they just weren't there. But most of the shit that I seen in the red zone was sack, run. He had a great throw to DJ Chark, back shoulder. Y'all will probably see that on the internet. That was one of the highlights of the day.
One of like two, yes.
But one of the that was one of the highlights of the day, like I was saying. But like the rest of the shit was like I seen more so of the run game look better than the passing game.
The run game looked phenomenal.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even necessarily say that it was all because of Bryce Young. It's just like receivers weren't. They just simply wasn't winning routes. It was a time where I forgot DJ Chark was even our fucking receiver. I didn't see Terrence Marshall do a bitch-ass thing today. So, I forgot he even fucking existed. So, I mean, it was, to me, like, I don't know what was going on, honestly.
The highlight of Terrence Marshall's day, with all due respect, was him catching a ball that he had to jump for out of bounds. Didn't get 1 foot in bounds. And everybody at practice, for whatever reason, is clapping their hands and cheering. Like, if that's fucking 1st and 10 on Sunday afternoon at 1:07 p.m., like, that shit is not going back to 2nd and 10. We having to draw up another play.
Great catch, by the way.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, we've never questioned his catching ability. We've never questioned his catching ability. What I will say is this. Because this is what I just tried to tell Terrence before we even got live, bro. Because Terrence, like, he felt like he wanted to be on my top today. I want to be 100% honest with y'all. Y'all know that Terrence loves Bryce Young. He did not have an 8 performance today, and I don't believe 7s exist.
What do you have?
If you wanna ask me what I believe the nigga had,
can I guess what you're gonna say?
Sure.
No, I'll put it in my head.
Tell Rod, move the mic away. Tell Rod, I won't even look. Just show him with your fingers.
You might have heard it.
No, I swear to God I didn't hear that. It didn't come through the headphones. I swear to God. If you want to ask me what he had today, he had a 4.5, 5. Simple as that.
Yeah, I mean, that's just
a 4.5. No. It's not. It's not. That's real. Because at the end of the day, like we've been saying when we had the conversation about his contract, he's the number 1 pick, right? Okay, cool. So when I go in there expecting to see some number 1 pick shit, don't tell me that I'm wrong, or don't tell me that I'm tripping because he had a fucking subpar day. Now, this isn't a bash Bryce Young session, because there's a deeper, darker behind all of this shit, and really the offense as a whole looks subpar to me. That was the first thing that I came on the podcast saying. The offense as a whole, receivers wasn't winning routes. Bryce Young, like I said, subpar performance. Offensive line absolutely getting abused.
Can I ask you a question real quick before you go further?
Sure, absolutely.
Outside of the offensive line just looking like bullshit and him taking a bunch of sacks, what made you think he had a subpar day when he actually threw the ball?
That when we went 7-on-7, he looked great, and when we went 11-on-11, everything that I've been hearing coming out of camp, when I'm talking to real niggas, when I'm talking to niggas that actually been and that's not media and that don't have a job to do and they keeping it 100, everything they've been saying is true. When we went 11-on-11, when we went full live and we went 11-on-11, he looked sped up. So all that processing shit, all of that, he knows how to make decisions, sucking his dick about all of this shit that everybody been gassing him for since the draft process started. Take it with a grain of salt.
Can you tell me a situation where he looked sped up?
Yes.
Because honestly,
the whole process, the whole 11-on-11. Every time I seen the nigga, it was a sped up process.
I will say that a lot of it, there was a lot of completions, but a lot of it would probably be much faster when the game comes. So I don't know if he'll necessarily get those passes off. And I say that more so because, like, the pocket was just collapsing like fuck.
Yeah, I mean, it's a problem. It's a problem. I mean, okay, cool. He still was sped up in his process. No matter how you want to fucking word it and say X, Y, Z, what I've been hearing from people that have been going to camp consistently, take away the media shit, take away the narratives, and we talk about straight football, what I've been hearing has been true. Everything is sped up. His decision making becomes questionable. Today was the first day in 4 practices that he didn't throw an interception. And again, this ain't a bash Bryce Young shit. And I hate that you got me on the podcast sounding like that. Because I've stayed steadfast in my stance.
I didn't get you on the podcast sounding like shit. You came in here like that before we even stepped foot in this bitch.
Well, is it real or yes or no?
What? I just disagree with you.
So he had an 8-day. Can you be honest? Can we not argue? Nigga, can we not debate? Did he have an 8-day? Yes or no?
I'm telling you, outside of you told me I originally gave him a 7 for whatever fucking reason. 7s don't exist, but last time I thought it goes from 6, 7 to 8. But I guess 7 is just not a fucking number anymore.
7 is a number, a direct reflection of indecision. So either the nigga had a great day, or he had a little bit above average day. If you're gonna give him a 7, but don't tell me he had a 7.
Well, I would say this: when I'm at work, we get judged on a point system sometimes, and 7 is used on that point system, and that bases off my bonuses and a lot of other shit. So 7s exist to me.
And so I can guarantee you, if your managers came in there and just started giving everybody 7s, they'll be having a conversation like, "What the fuck is going on?"
I'm not.
Some of these niggas ain't fucking giving 7 effort.
But I would say I'm elite at my job, but that's a conversation for another day.
I mean, yeah. What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
All I'm saying is based off of if you take.
It's hot as a bitch in here.
Yeah,
bro.
it really is. Honestly.
I'm
my fucking legs is sweating.
Yeah, me too,
bitch.
bro. I mean, this shit ain't gonna work. We gotta find that thermostat somewhere.
Yeah,
God damn.
If you
shit, it need to come through. I'm sweating, nigga.
Like the only thing I would say, like 4 is a fucking 4.5 is a stretch, but I will say if you're factoring in everything as far as like the offense didn't look good as a whole, I can let you get a 5 or 6 off. I can let you get that off. But as far
so can I go up? not to cut you off, can I go up and just say Bryce Young had a 5-day today and that the offense as a whole had a 4? I'll say it like that. With the exception of the run game, and we kind of got to speed this shit up because I don't really want to I don't want to make this shit too long. So we'll talk about that. But did Bryce had a 5-day, the offense as a whole had a 4, with the exception of the run game.
Yeah, I mean,
would you agree with that statement?
I would agree with the offense as a whole. I'm willing to go. What did you say? They had
a 4.
Yeah, I mean, I'm either there or a 3. I can't even go no higher than that, honestly.
Can I tell you something?
Offense as a whole.
Can I tell you something? Like, in all seriousness, I think that we saw, and of course, we're going to talk about the defense as well, because this is great news. This is great news. However, I think that we saw today, like, legitimately, one touchdown in 2 hours. Would you say that's accurate? The back shoulder ball to DJ Chark.
Yeah, and that was more so because it was a red zone play. But yeah, I would say he didn't really throw the ball deep today. It wasn't really a situation where he like unleashed his arm. But I would say I seen a lot of we're getting in field goal range type shit. But if I had to, it's just because the way they structure their training camp is just weird. Like, they wasn't moving as far as, like, if he completed a pass past the 50 or something, they wasn't necessarily moving the ball there. They would just start back to where he threw the ball at.
Situation,
so, yeah. So I would say the red zone just looked fucking terrible as a whole. I will say that.
I agree. Actually, two. We seen 2 touchdowns. Because Chuba got one on, like, the 2-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
And then DJ Chark. But those were the only two legitimate touchdowns that I seen all day. And obviously, it's not a game, so it's a bit different. But
yeah,
still.
I would say that there was a lot of promise in the plays that he did make that were more so down the field. And I think that a lot of his passes was accurate as fuck. And I say that because when I seen the other fucking quarterbacks play, it was a big fucking difference in Bryce Young than fucking Matt Corral. I mean, that bitch might need to be cut today. His jersey might need to be hung up today, and they just give that shit to somebody else. Andy Dalton didn't look half bad. He didn't look as good as Bryce, but he didn't look half bad. Matt Corral's in a category of his own. I would say that. And
Andy Dalton probably had a 4.5 day, and Bryce had a 5. They weren't too far off of each other.
Yeah,
they both look average.
I disagree. I disagree with that. I just seen a total different offense when Bryce was quarterbacking the shit and when Andy Dalton and Matt Corral was quarterbacking it. Because even on the ride over here, I was telling Tavian, I was like, I really think practice was supposed to end on Matt Corral's drive, but the shit was so terrible that they was like, I need something to make me feel good. So I'm going to throw Bryce back in this bitch just to see if we can actually move the bitch. And so, yeah.
I mean, that shit was just pathetic.
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie.
He sucks.
Yeah, all y'all Matt Corral stands and everybody that want to suck him off, telling us that he need more reps and he never had a fair chance. Okay, cool. Maybe the nigga didn't have a fair chance. But if what I seen today is indicative on what I'm going to see throughout the preseason, as well as what has been going on when I haven't been there, I mean, I think I seen Walmart up the street from Wofford was hiring about 5 miles down. Because it's wraps. It's over with. And I seen everybody say that if the Panthers decide to cut him and all this shit, that he would get a job immediately or whatever.
He would.
Yeah, as QB3. Because they can carry that motherfucker without him contributing to the 53-man roster.
Yeah.
But
I would
he looked like mud today.
I would like to see number 16 throw. I don't even know who the fuck he is. But I would rather have seen him in on situations than Matt Corral. Because that shit was embarrassing. But I still stand true on my stance. I think Bryce had a fairly good day. I didn't see a lot of incompletions. I didn't see a lot of bad balls other than 2, maybe 3. And so I still stand true on that.
Okay. I have a question from our live audience.
Okay.
It's a great question, actually, because I don't know how to answer this question personally. Did the offense you've seen today give you a better feeling than last year's offense, based on what you've seen at training camp?
This is for me?
It's for both of us, but yeah, you can answer it first.
I'm so glad you asked that question. I'm so fucking glad you asked that question. You don't even understand, honestly. Because when me and JJ left fucking training camp last year, I mean, he was so fucking ecstatic. I don't know why. He was so fucking ecstatic.
Was I?
Yes, you were. But, of course, you're not going to remember. But I remember. He was so fucking ecstatic. But from what I seen from Bryce Young today, he could have came out his fucking freshman year of college and looked better than what the fuck we seen last year from Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield.
I agree with that.
So I don't. That's why I'm not understanding how your stance changes that much. Well, I guess that goes to answer the question that you just fucking asked. Yes, I don't think our offense looked great by any stretch of the imagination, but I think they look head and shoulders above what the fuck I seen last year in training camp. Because I think Baker Mayfield might have threw a pick on the first fucking day that I was out that bitch.
Yeah. Well, yes. I guess. I mean, I like I said, they didn't show me. They really didn't show me shit. Now, what I will say, and Terrence is gonna hate this shit, and I hate that we're spending this much time on offense, and we gonna give defense their just due, for sure. Does the offense look more productive than last year or no? The offense looks like the ball is coming out a lot quicker and checking down. So, if we're talking about productivity and we're talking about getting, 3 or 4 yards of play, that's going to get you first downs. And ultimately, if you can execute in the red zone, you'll score touchdowns. But, I mean, I didn't see anything today that really, for lack of better terms, made my dick hard. I mean, if I'm just being honest,
Yeah.
it was nothing. I mean, the only thing that really got me a bit intrigued was the running backs.
Yeah.
Because all the running backs was toting it.
I would say for the exception of Cam Peoples, but go ahead.
Okay, yes, I'll give you that. Cam Peoples,
because he didn't even know where the fuck the lineup at.
Yeah, that's very true. Because there was a point in practice where Andy Dalton was like, "Yo, y'all nigga, this way, bro. This side,
and I don't think he touched the field after that.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
He wasn't running. It was Spencer Brown after that. He wasn't running with none of them other niggas.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple niggas on the bubble. Just like I said, just so we can speed this up, because I know y'all just want the review of what went on today. It's a couple niggas on the bubble for sure. I don't know what wide receiver is getting cut.
13
because bro, that we signed from Wims.
No, I didn't even see him.
Oh, he was dropping shit.
He was
dropping shit. He was out there. He was dropping shit.
Marquez Stevenson, 13.
He fooled.
He gotta fucking go.
Shot Smith did have a great play. As much as we shit on that nigga on this podcast, I ain't gonna lie. He was on the fence signing autographs. That nigga got to me. Turn my back on the nigga. Nah, don't even reach for my shit. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Don't even reach for my shit, bro.
I ain't even look at that in that nigga direction. I already knew. Once you got past them coolers, you can go ahead to the fucking locker room. You can't touch shit I got.
Oh, God. No, seriously. But I don't know. It's interesting because, there's been a conversation about who's going to be wide receiver one. And obviously throughout camp, the overwhelming majority has stated that DJ Chark was going to be wide receiver one based on productivity. But I'll be honest with you, I don't know who the fuck it's going to be based on what I seen today.
I ain't see your boy do shit either.
I didn't see nobody do shit.
But I'm specifically saying
John?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't.
He had a catch. Cool. I mean, it's the same shit I just said for Sean.
I don't even know if I remember that shit. He had a few
like a little 10-yard little in cut route. Underneath.
It must didn't wow me enough.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't have wowed you, but I mean, he did more than fucking Terrence Marshall.
Yeah, I mean, I said he ain't do a bitch ass thing. I forgot that nigga was even on the team.
Yeah, it's a lot, bro. I'm just throwing everything out there, but it's almost like, we're just giving y'all what we can remember and the notes that we took and shit like that. First thing I see, and I mean, the shit made my stomach like queasy as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. First thing I see is Shot Smith returning fucking punts. That's how we decide to start practice. which indicates to me the bitch ain't gonna be cut.
How many weeks ago I tell you that though?
I mean, the shit makes me. I don't get it, bro. Where's the confusion? And then he got the audacity to be standing back there, act like he putting forth fucking 10% effort, catching the ball all lazy, then trying to fucking tuck that. Like, nigga, no, nigga.
Because the bitch
We need
skipped
the bitch to be like, hey, he skipped the fucking rep.
He skipped the fucking rep too.
Early in practice.
Because I seen Josh Vaughn, whatever the fuck his name is.
Seen him twice.
Seen him twice. And where the fuck shots?
And Shy ain't come up not nail time yet.
Bitch shit. Pretty
So
much.
I don't get. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with y'all, bro. Like, I feel great because we're back in Spartanburg. We went to camp, everything like that. But the offense, I don't know. It's a lot of work to be done. I think a tall tale sign will be, what we look like against the New York Jets. Because to go on the other side of the football, the defense looks fucking phenomenal. I mean, the defense looks phenomenal. Because when them boys came out there, I mean, shit. Because they went ones v ones at some point or another, 11 on 11, actually on numerous instances. And offense one couldn't really move that bitch for real. They like finishing the drills. You hear Deuce yelling all fucking loud and shit, telling niggas to finish the drills and everything like that. I mean, that's cool, but a lot of them shits was TFLs that I was seeing.
Yeah, well, I mean, that goes to the point.
Hold, man. I got this. I got this, man. I got this. That's our timer.
That goes to the point of the offensive line just looking like bullshit today. Just collapsing. It was a lot of run plays that didn't really pop just because, like, niggas wasn't blocking. Like you said, a lot of TFLs.
Yeah.
Honestly.
A lot of penetration from the D-line. A lot of great penetration and great linebacker play. Now, Dante and JC, they wasn't really out there too much.
Yeah, nah.
So it's encouraging to see the defense looking like that with your starting cornerbacks not really out there that much. For real, if you want me to be honest with you. Von Bell is really simply as good as advertised. He is everywhere on the football field. Every play, he touching somebody on their ass, for sure. Every play, he near the football. My man's BB, solid. Great day.
Solid.
Hey, solid, great day. I was watching one-on-ones when I was watching 7-on-7 kind of at the same time. And, I mean, the nigga really just was dicking around. Like, it really looked easy. Tavian told me on one rep he had Icky looking foolish, and I didn't see it. But he told me on one rep he had Icky looking dumb as hell. Ick, we love you. But, I mean, but then I told Tavian, too, he a top 7 pass rusher in the league. So if you going up against that every day in practice, you going to be good.
Yeah.
Right? Would you agree? Cool. Perfect. So
I didn't see shit from DJ Johnson, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, and listen, I was in the spaces the other day with Sheena and Vashta, and I got slandered because I told them niggas that was the worst move the Carolina Panthers have made all offseason or didn't make all offseason was trading up to draft DJ Johnson. And I'll just tell y'all that my point and my stance was solidified today. And I say that with all due respect. Because I was watching one-on-ones. I was watching him when he went live. He ain't showed me shit. Yeah. He ain't showed me that he was worth being a third round overall pick.
And this is how I found out he wasn't worth the fuck. So I was watching the drill, where they rolled the little tube out there. I mean, at first, I was confused. I was like, how the fuck does this drill work? Because we never did that shit in high school. So I was like, how the fuck does this drill work? I seen DJ Johnson. I'm like, okay, does it work like that? Then I seen BB do it. Then I seen Gross Matos do it. And I said, I mean, if that's how the fuck it's supposed to look, then DJ Johnson looked like straight bullshit. Because the nigga was tripping all over the fucking cone or whatever the fuck it was when you supposed to just run through the bitch. He falling. So, I mean, if that's what the fuck we got to go off of, and 48, he ain't worth the fuck. I don't even know who he is. He just was bullshit. So I mean, yeah, and even bro said Evero, he said that he don't know who is gonna play opposite of Brian Burns. Like he said, somebody needs to step up. No,
Frankie.
You say that. I'm telling you what Coach
Frankie.
said. Coach
I know
said
who it's gonna be.
Coach says somebody needs to step up because he ain't see shit today.
Well, I mean that might be accurate because I mean from that position specifically, I didn't see shit either. But from the defense as a whole, very very encouraged by what I saw personally. Now, if you ask me on a scale of 1 to 10, what kind of day did the defense have? I'm gonna say an 8.5 or 9. And that's without forcing any turnovers. That's the only reason why the bitch want a dime. That's the only reason why she want a dime. It's because I ain't get the football. I mean, yeah, that's very true. That's very true. It was without full pass. You know what I'm saying? That pass rush did let up very, very much when they got around Bryce, as they should. Protect, you know what I'm saying? Protect the bag. I get it. But they might would have gave that shit up a couple times today. Andy coughed it up? Did he? I don't know.
Nah, he ain't throw a pick.
Nah, I say.
Nah, he about threw a
My
couple.
boy Dunkbout got him. My boy Dunkbout got him. 2 great reps in a row.
But that's the plays that's gonna kill us in the long run because he too. Sometimes you can be a little too aggressive, and that's what the fuck he was on that play.
Okay.
Nah, he like it was.
I think it does something for a wide receiver knowing that they're not really gonna get their shit took off at full speed. Because I think whoever caught that pass, whether it be wide receiver, tight end, whoever caught that pass in game, he's not catching that bitch. He's not catching that shit. Because Sam cut underneath and missed it, and then my mans and them was trailing over the top.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying the play that Sam specifically made, like on that play.
On the gamble.
Yeah, he gambled a little too much.
Fair enough.
But, I mean, I don't hate it because I know he's not going to really be on. No disrespect to him.
Right before, yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the bright spot out of the receivers today, Adam Thielen.
Adam Thielen, yes, I'd agree. Adam Thielen was, like we said, we talked a lot about DJ Chark being the number 1 receiver last week. This practice, now it's an individual instance. This practice, Adam Thielen looked like the wide receiver number 1 to me.
Yeah,
I'd agree with that statement.
Agree. Yeah.
Let's see, where else do we want to go? The running backs, and we'll try and keep this quick because I think that we should probably try and wrap up here soon, just so the content isn't too long. But I said to Terrence at one point or another during this practice. And I don't know if it's because Miles Sanders is dealing with something from an injury perspective, because I haven't heard it. I don't know if anybody else in this room has heard it. But all I'm going to tell y'all, and y'all take it for whatever it's worth, all I'm going to say is Raheem Blackshear was taking a lot of first-team reps. That's all I'm going to say. So, Chube... and I know that's your boy. And I fuck with Chuba too. But, yeah, he on the hot seat.
This is what I'll say to that. I would say I don't think there's a chance that Raheem Blackshear starts in any stretch of the imagination over Miles Sanders. Okay. I think that based off what I've seen today, he'll probably clip Chuba.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm so glad that you said that. Cause do I need to pull up the messages and put them in the video? Cause what did I tell you that I was hearing from that space that I was in the whole night? I text you about 3 or 4 times and told you that nigga Blackshear RB2.
And
that's all I keep hearing.
I said, cool. I don't believe it, but I need to see it for myself, and we'll see.
And what did you see?
Well, I just seen that he'll probably clip Chuba. I think you're a little bit of a stretch about him clipping Miles. I don't.
Nah, he probably he won't clip Miles. He'll be Miles will be RB1. But I'm just saying, with that in that same breath, he took a shit ton of fucking first team reps.
Yeah, nah.
Did they not look like they were splitting carries with the first team?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Chuba, he got a couple reps, but I only seen that nigga take about 5 or 6 live reps.
Yeah, he was told.
Spencer Brown?
Yeah, he was told it too.
So are we jumping off the ledge right now and saying that Chuba Hubbard is on the hot seat, or are we not going that far?
I won't say he's on the hot seat because I think that they would typically keep 3 backs. And the reason I say he's not going to be on the hot seat is because Raheem was fielding punts. So it's like he's obviously going to be a part of the special teams, whether that's kickoff, punt return. So that's going to take up majority of his time. So I think that Chuba will still be in the running back room, but I don't think it looks good for Cam Peoples. And I know that that's a guy that both of us was like, or Yak too.
Yeah.
Like, niggas wanted to see him, like, be on the roster because he has, like, that typical running back size. But, I mean, based off what I seen,
It look bad for him.
Yeah, he ain't really do shit, so.
Kenny, why are you shaking your head? Give him a mic, bro. Give him the mic. Yes, please. You just said you don't agree with what we saying, so please enlighten us, because I'm telling you what we seen today. Now, like I said, I don't want to insinuate anything. I'm just telling you he was splitting the bitch with Miles. That's it.
Okay, but training camp.
Speaking to the mic for me, big bro.
Okay. First of all, can you hear me? Yeah. All right. First of all, y'all just went into the offseason and y'all signed Miles to $6 million a year. Okay, and reduce.
Speak up, man. Speak up, man.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah,
my
man.
bad.
Put some bass in your voice, nigga. Have some conviction in your shit. That's a rock got to that nigga.
It hit me. Hey, I've been sitting down for like 30 minutes now.
Yeah.
Listen. Y'all done signed Miles to $6 million. All right, in a reduced running back market. He know Frank Wright, and he know Deuce. That's it. He wasn't gonna get $6 million nowhere else, so he's got to be your RB1. Now that he's your RB1, you don't even need to give him those reps. Just let him learn the playbook and whatnot. Get some repetitions with the ones, but nothing like crazy. Y'all got an RB3 that y'all got to figure out. Y'all already got Chuba who been there, so y'all mainly focus on who is making the team as RB3, and I don't know if y'all going RB4. Y'all might. Because y'all might be run heavy. Who knows? But y'all got to figure out who's going to be RB3. So if that's Blackshear, cool. Let him run with the ones. Let's see who can run with the run with the ones in case Miles gets hurt, in case Chuba gets hurt, because both of them got hurt last year.
At one point or another, that's correct.
So I mean, y'all got to figure out who going to be RB3. That's the big competition in camp for that position. So that's what y'all trying to figure out. So it's really not that deep about Chuba and Miles. I feel like y'all gassing it.
No. The big competition is who gonna be running back too. Because Chuba, nigga, look at me. I'm telling you, Chuba is food, nigga. What I seen today, Chuba is food, and I understand what you're saying about the contract and everything. But damn that contract.
You could say that.
Damn that contract.
You could say that, but you know how politics work, bro.
I mean, you know
how politics work.
You're absolutely
Miles
right.
gonna tote that rock and he gonna get skinny when it come down to game 1.
You're right. No, you're absolutely right. I know how this shit go.
And so with Chuba's always been that RB2 for y'all for the past 2 years? 1 year, 2 years? 3 years?
3 or 2?
I think it's 2.
2. Okay,
2 years. Chuba been there, bro.
This is year 3.
He's also a part of the culture that y'all have already grown
Nigga,
here.
fuck that culture. The culture, he came in with ruling them. And I ain't gonna lie, the way that new regime done came in and started mobbing.
But you still need some homegrown guys. And you can't get rid of Chuba, bro.
Defense.
Huh?
We got a whole fucking shit ton of defensive players that's homegrown. Xavier, BB, Frankie.
But it don't hurt to keep Chuba. Chuba done did some work for y'all. You can't tell me Chuba did what he did last year and he gonna come into training camp and lose out of RB2 spot.
Damn if I can't. It's a brand new coaching staff. Nigga, we don't.
It's an overreaction.
And I say it with all due respect.
It's an
bitch,
overreaction.
nigga, we don't fucking know you. We don't know you. I ain't gonna lie. And since we been in this bitch, that little motherfucker right there, he been and I've been hearing this. Hey, Kenny, I've been hearing this shit from niggas in the media too. It ain't like I just went to one day of practice and was just like, yeah. I Hey, nah, nigga, I'm hearing this from niggas in the media that done said.
Y'all trying to see who's going to be there week 16, 17, 18. Niggas is banged up.
Yeah, for running back 2. And guess who it's going to be?
Oh, because running back 2 gets
Raheem. Hey, did I tell you last year?
He been slopping that nigga off for about a year or so.
That's what I was about to ask you.
So he's a little biased.
No,
Excuse
nah,
him.
not really. I'm just gonna ask you one simple question. Did I tell you last year that Raheem might be one of them ones?
Yeah, but we also
multiple times?
We also had a conversation that Raheem might be
cut.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. I acknowledge that. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to the people. It's documented. I did say that. But based on what I've been hearing and based on what I seen, based on what I seen today, shit.
His
Shit,
spot
nigga.
is solidified.
Miles might get cut before that nigga. Based on what I seen
Yeah,
today.
it might be time to wrap.
Rap it, then, nigga. Rap it.
Yeah.
Who? Blackshear? Chuba? Oh, Spencer.
Spencer.
might
So
be-
he only got moved up. Yeah, for sure.
No. Chuba is RB3.
2 or 3.
Chuba is RB3. You know how back in high school, when your coach had the little shit right there, the whiteboard, and they had the magnetic names, and it would be something, and them motherfuckers that have them side by side. Well, based on what I've been hearing and based on what I seen, if they didn't already do it before today, after today, Deuce and Frank should have went in that motherfucker and moved that bitch like that. Hey, and move that bitch just like that. Cause bro was toting that bitch. I ain't gonna lie. And I've been hearing he fits the system a lot more. He's a very, very fast back, quick twitch back out of the backfield. His hands are a little bit better than Chuba. I've been hearing he fits the system way more. Chuba, you know, he might be on the way back to Canada. Okay, yeah, we'll trade him. Give us a fourth. Just give us a fourth and cash.
All of this is
can
hypothetical. Chuba's gonna be on the team. Chuba
will be on the team.
He's
Yes,
gonna
he
be
will.
on the team.
That was a lot.
Yeah,
Chuba will be on the team.
Yeah.
But if that bitch he might not be happy. Cause he might feel the same way Kenny just described it. And saying, I done gave, 2 years of this shit. Done put in work. I know the culture. I know, I embody, keep pounding, all of this shit. That's great, bro. But I ain't gonna sit here and lie to y'all. I don't think these new niggas give a fuck. Well, Blackshear was a rookie last year. And I mean, he got very, very limited touches. You got to think, okay, we had C-Mac at the beginning of the year. But this is the thing. That's accurate. But at the same time, shit. Okay. Well, you stamped that shit. And when the official depth chart release week 1 for Atlanta, I'ma send the bitch to you. We can bet right now.
You'll be there tomorrow. You'll be able to make your own.
Yeah, you'll be able to judge it for yourself. Yeah. But we can make a bet right now though if you want to, because I got Raheem at running back too. No question. I'll put 50 on that right now if you want to. If you want to do it on camera. Yeah, I'm putting $50 on Raheem Blackshear to be running back 2 starting the year for the Carolina Panthers.
He loves to give his money away.
Chuba Hubbard is done.
You might
come take it, please. Come take it. I mean, we're on camera. We're wrapping up. Come take it. See? But hey, see? You wait until tomorrow. Okay, cool. Just wait until tomorrow. And if he show you something different, then take me up on my bet. Chuba is clipped. Hey, Chub, we love you on the pod. You a friend of the podcast. You're on FPFO. You know what I'm saying? We love you. Hey, we love you, but it's bad for you, bit, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a long day, and I respect your story and shit like that, but that shit might be over with. No, it's not, bro. It's not an overreaction. I'm telling you, bro, I was just in the spaces the other day with niggas that have been going to every day of camp. Every single day. And then I was in that bitch with Carolina Blitz and fucking Sheena, both of whom are reporters for the team and everybody had the same sentiment that nigga Chuba might be clipped. Sure. Every single fucking one.
I was gonna say 2, but the fact that he said 3, so you've been waiting for Tony Pollard to really take over Zeke's position for 3 years, right? For him to do what? Move Zeke down. Right. Well, I mean, I knew at least for the last 2 years he probably should have been thrown. But like, what I'm saying is the politics behind it, the resume.
He's not taking Miles.
No.
Kenny, you not listening to me, bro. You not listening to me. Yes, he's gonna be there, but he's gonna be there at running back 3. We not gonna cut the nigga, cause Chuba. If we talking about Chuba versus Spencer Brown, we there's no conversation to be had. There's no conversation to be had.
It's not, because I've seen both of them in game, and Chuba, he just runs it a lot better than Spencer Brown.
Better and a lot different. And see, that's something that Chuba don't necessarily have over Raheem. Yes, Raheem was on limited reps last year, but think about who the fuck was in front of him. You got a second-year guy, I'm a rookie. Not to mention I got Christian McCaffrey, who these bum-ass niggas is giving the ball 30 times a game, and then they go out and get fucking Deontay Foreman, Deontay Foreman was already there at the beginning of the season, and by the time that nigga started popping, he was touching the bits 30 times, and Chuba already, like you said, Chuba got the game film, so by default, he's running back 2. But when that nigga Blackshear was on the field, he was toting that bitch, bro.
This is the last question I'm asking.
Okay.
Preseason, first game, right?
Yes.
Y'all play y'all starters for first drive?
I don't know if Bryce is going to touch the field, but I would assume that the starters as a whole will be out there. First drive, maybe, yeah.
I think Miles suits up. I think Chuba suits up. And then after 2 drives, they both come off with that shoulder pad. They help that shoulder pad. After 2 drives.
I don't think that's going to be the case. I don't think August 12th. You make sure you're tuned in.
And the whole from the second quarter on, Blackshear, Brown, and others.
It's not going to go that way.
Chuba not going to be dressed to be playing for a position. Chuba going to have
Okay.
his helmet off,
Okay.
shoulder pads off.
I can halfway agree with that.
On the sideline because his
I don't.
spot's secure.
I don't. If a nigga, listen to me.
Preseason?
No, he not
Listen to
playing.
me.
He not playing full game preseason. He not playing full
Listen
game
to me.
preseason game.
Blackshear will be, right?
Yeah, he will for sure.
Blackshear, Kenny,
Blackshear, Peoples, and Spencer Brown.
was splitting first team reps with Miles Sanders today. This new regime don't care about what you did with that fucking chipmunk looking bitch before we got here. We don't give a fuck about that. We want to see niggas that can produce right now. That's not gonna tell me shit personally.
Blackshirt's helmet and shoulder pads will be on the entire game.
Maybe.
Right or wrong?
Maybe.
Exposed to CTE for the rest of the
Maybe.
fucking game.
Hey, listen, we're gonna do a better job tomorrow. We're not gonna beef. We're not gonna we won't start off with fucking 20 minutes of Bryce Young. Fuck Bryce Young. I'm tired of talking about Bryce Young. And only thing we're gonna come in here tomorrow.
He had to get that little bit off and make him feel good.
Listen to me. The only thing that we're gonna say when we start the podcast off, because we're gonna have to go fast tomorrow. Also, we're doing the mixer tomorrow at Main Street Pub. If you've been watching and listening this long, appreciate you for being here.
And they got good food too. We just pulled up today.
Yeah, it was solid. It was solid for sure. Only thing about Bryce Young tomorrow that we will mention on this fucking podcast is I'm gonna look you dead in your fucking eyes and I'm gonna say, did he have on a scale of 1 to 10, what did he have today?
I'm a 7.
Did Bryce Young have an 8-day today?
Bryce Young looks phenomenal.
Huh?
Bryce Young looks phenomenal.
What the Okay. Hey, appreciate
What-
y'all
what
tuning
did
in.
he say?
Hey, appreciate y'all tuning in.
what did you say?
This nigga said Bryce Young looked phenomenal.
Yeah, I would agree.
Man, get the fuck out of here. Hey, do not be blinded by fucking media that have a fucking narrative to push.
He don't watch Panthers media.
Don't be blind.
He's a
I'm talking
Cowboys
to the
fan.
camera. I'm talking to the camera.
Oh, good.
That nigga telling me that Bryce Young looked phenomenal is fucking preposterous. Because that's the fucking adjective that he decided to fucking use. If he would have said Bryce Young looked good or great, I might would have let him have it. But phenomenal is fucking dick eating at his finest.
Because he was able to compare it to what the fuck else was on the field.
Hey, fuck with us.
I'm like, shit.
If he comparing it to he looked phenomenal compared to everybody else. All them bitches look like 2s and 3s, nigga.
Phenomenal.
When you put a fucking 6 in a room with a fucking 1, that bitch gonna look like a dime, ain't it?
I bought a Bryce Young jersey today too. That bitch looks so good.
Cause you wanna fucking eat his dick. I'm gonna have my shit on tomorrow though.
Hey, look at him. He got his shit before me. As soon as he got drafted, where the fuck I get my jersey?
Appreciate y'all tuning in.
Said that I was high. I took a Vicodin like 10 minutes ago, but prior to that, I was higher than a flyer. Hop on a private and catch a whiz on my feet. I don't know nothing in your face, I won't need no